You know the play, Don Juan by Mariya, project of beginning acting class. I think they apply to the class, but beginning acting can apply to this pretty the same. The great majority of the people are absolute debutants, so they haven't been on stage before. So what you will see is the professional AUBG theater debut. The play was written by Jean-Baptiste Poquelin, known as Molière, the author, who is considered to be, after Shakespeare, the most popular comediographer in the world nowadays. Not surprisingly, the most important French theater words are after his name, and he is one of those who had the happy fortune to manage to survive all difficulties in his life. He was poor, he was sent even twice to jail because he couldn't pay his debts. Finally, he managed to convince the king that he is a serious playwright, and after 12 years touring the French provinces, there was an opportunity to perform it in Paris. Don Juan is a comedy, but a bit strange comedy, not comedy maybe you have used to watch nowadays, not a slapstick comedy, a serious comedy of manners. Thank you very much for being here. This is our last night. We'll have one more premiere at 9 o'clock, going to talks by Georges Feydeau. Enjoy. Thank you.
Philosophy itself may say, there's nothing like tobacco. It's the fashionable gentleman, and he who lives without tobacco is allergic to it. Not only does it delight and clear the human brain, but it also trains the soul for virtue. And with it, one learns how to become a gentleman. But enough of that, my dear Rustem, let's get back to what we were talking about. So then, your mistress, Don Elvire, surprised that our meeting is in full premiere after us. And her heart, which my master succeeded in touching all too deeply, could not live, you say, without coming to seek him. Shall I tell you what I think? I think that she's repaid for her love, and that her journey to the city will bear little fruit. And you would have gained just as much by not stealing from home.
And what's your reason? Tell me, please, Sganarelle. What's it that can inspire you such enormous fear? Has your master opened his heart to you about it? And has he told us that he felt some coldness toward us that obliged him to leave?
No, but from one look around, I know pretty well how things are going.
What? Could this unexpected departure be infidelity of Don Juan's?
No, it's just that he's still young. He hasn't got the courage.
Could a man of his quality do such a cowardly deed?
His quality. That's a fine reason to put a stop to the things.
But he's bound with the whole marquess of marriage.
You don't know yet, my dear Guzman, what sort of man Don Juan is.
Indeed, I don't know what sort of a man he can be, if he has treated us with such perfidy. And I do not understand how, after showing so much love, so much impatience, so many sighs, vows, and tears, I do not understand and ask you how could he leave Don Elvire?
I don't have much trouble understanding. And if you know his character, you'll find the matters pretty easy for him. Let me inform you that in my master you see the greatest villain the earth have ever born. A madman, a dog, a heretic, a Turk. Who doesn't believe in heaven, hell? You tell me he married your mistress? Oh. Believe me, for his passion he would have married you, your dog, your cat. A marriage costs him nothing to contract. He finds nothing to hold or to pull, bourgeois bourgeois, peasant girl, brown lady, young lady. He doesn't care. If I tell you the next door women he married in various places, it will take us the whole evening. You're surprised at what I say, huh? But it's only a mere sketch of his person. Enough to say that he makes me witness so many horrors that I wish he was already, I don't know where. But I have to be faithful to him, in spite of myself. He's my master. Here he comes. Go, no say anything.
Who was that man you were talking to, Sganarelle? It seems to me he looks a lot like Elvire's good old Guzman.
Indeed, someone like that.
And how long has he been in this town?
Since yesterday evening,
And what's he doing here?
I think we have a pretty good idea.
Our departure, no doubt.
Oh yes, the poor man was asking me the reasons.
And what reason did you give him?
That you told me nothing about it?
But still, what do you think about it?
I think that you have some new love in mind.
You think so?
Yes.
My word, you're not a bit mistaken. And I must admit to you that another object has driven Elvire out of my mind.
Lord, your heart is the greatest lady chaser in the world.
And tell me, don't you think I'm right to act this way?
Certainly you're right.
Well, speak out.
I think it's very bad making love left and right the way you do.
What? To bury ourselves forever in one passion? And to be dead from our youth until all the other beauties may strike our eyes? No. Constancy is good only for nincompoops. The love I have for one beautiful woman does not bind myself to do injustice to the others. Every beautiful woman has the right to charm us, and I pay to each one the tribute and homage that nature requires of us. If I had 10,000 cards, I would give them all. After all, the whole pleasure of love lies in change, in infinite sweetness in overcoming a young beauty's heart, in forcing step by step the little obstacles with which she resists, and bring her gently to the point where we want to bring her. But once we're the master, there is nothing more to wish for, and nothing more to take. All the beauty of the passion is finished. In short, there is nothing so sweet as to triumph over the resistance of a beauty. I feel a heart and wish to love the whole world, and like Alexander, I could wish there are other worlds, so that I may extend my amorous conquest there.
Sir, it seems you've learned it by heart. You talk just like a book.
And what do I have to say about it?
I think it's very bad getting married every month the way you do.
Is there anything pleasanter?
I suppose it is very pleasant, but sir, to make sport of the holy sacrament.
Come, that's a matter between heaven and me, and we'll settle it together.
No, to mock heaven is wicked mockery.
Master fool, you know I've told you I don't like expostulators.
I know, and I'm not talking to you, God forbid. But there are some impertinent little people in this world who set themselves as free thinkers because it's becoming to them. And if I had a master like that, I would look him in the eyes and say to him very plainly, do you really dare to set yourself up against heaven, you little earthworm, little ant? I'm talking to the other master. Do you think that because you wear a well-curled wig, feathers in your head, 10-colored ribbons, do you think I say that you can do whatever you like and no one will dare to tell you the truth about yourself? Take it from me, don't be a servant that sooner or later cannot punish you.
Enough! Here, I have my heart set on a certain beauty, and not only her charms, I have followed her all the way to this town.
And have you nothing to fear, sir? Like the dead of the commander you killed 6 months ago?
And why fear? Didn't I kill him properly?
Oh, very properly, very well indeed.
I got my pardon for that fear.
Yes, but maybe that pardon doesn't extinguish the resentment of relatives and friends.
Oh, come. Let's not think about what may bring us harm. Let's think about only what can give us pleasure. The person I'm telling you about is a young, engaged girl, lovely as can be, who was brought here by the very man she is coming to marry. Never have I seen two people more in love with each other. Anyway, today, this would-be husband is to treat his mistress to a boat ride on the sea, and without my telling you anything, everything is prepared for me to satisfy my love.
Sir,
Come. Get ready to come with me, and bring along all my weapons so that... Oh.
be willing to recognize him.
Madame, I admit I was not expecting you here.
I can see that very well that you weren't expecting me here. And you're surprised indeed. But quite otherwise than I hoped. And the way you show it fully convinces me of what I was refusing to believe. I know. My simplicity and weak-heartedness in doubting a betrayal which so much evidence confirmed. I was fond enough, I confess, or rather stupid enough to try to deceive myself and to struggle to give the lies to my eyes and judgment. Some reasons to excuse to my heart the weak and affection it observed in you. And I deliberately made up to myself 100 legitimate reasons to justify you for a crime of which my reason accused you. My just suspicion spoke to me each day in vain. But I rejected the voice, which would have made you a criminal in my eyes, and listened with pleasure to 1,000 ridiculous fancies which represented you to my heart as innocent. But now, at last, this reception leaves me no room for doubt. And I would like very much to hear from your own lips the reasons why you left. Speak, Don Juan, I pray you, and let's see with what countenance you will justify yourself.
Madame. Sganarelle, tell me why that.
I, sir?
Yes, you.
Well, Sganarelle, speak.
Aren't you going to answer?
I have not interrupted, sir. Tell us the reasons for such a sudden departure.
Answer, I tell you.
Madame.
Yes?
Sir, the reasons for our departure are Alexander and the other world.
Oh. Well, will you be kind enough, Don Juan, to enlighten us about these fine mysteries?
Madame, show the truth.
Oh, how poorly you know how to defend yourself from a courtier who must be accustomed to this sort of thing. I pity you to see the confusion you're in. But why don't you swear to me that you still have the same feelings for me and that you still love me and that you want to be with me? Why don't you tell me that business of the utmost importance forced you to leave without letting me know, and that in spite of yourself, I have to remain here for some time, assured that you will follow in my footsteps as soon as you possibly can? Why don't you tell me that you burn to be with me again, and that apart from me, you suffer what the body suffers, separated from the soul? That is how you should defend yourself, and not just be speechless as you are.
Madame, I admit, I have a sincere heart. I will not tell you that I burn to be with you again, because scruples came to me, Madame, and I opened the eyes of my soul upon what I was doing. I reflected that in order to marry you, I stole you from the enclosure of a convent, made you break vows that bound you elsewhere, and that heaven is very jealous of such kind of things. I realized that our marriage was nothing but dismissed adultery, that would bring some retribution from on high, and that in a way I should give you a way to go back to your first bonds.
Oh, you villain!
Now I know you, and to my misfortune, I know you when it's too late and when such knowledge can no longer help me except to drive me to despair. But your crime shall not remain unpunished.
Madame,
That's enough. That's enough. My wrath is not one to spend itself in empty words, and its full heat is reserved for its vengeance. I'm telling you once more, Heaven will punish you, traitor, for the wrong you're doing me. And if heaven has nothing you can fear, then fear that leads the anger of an outraged woman.
anyway, let's think about carrying our amorous enterprise.
What abominable master am I forced to serve?
let me tell you right from the start how it all happened. Because like the fella says, I spotted him first. I spotted him first, I did. So anyway, I'm on the seashore. Me and Fat Lucas. And suddenly, I see something kind of wriggling out there in the water. I could see it. It was visual all right. Then suddenly, I could see nothing no more. Hey, Lucas. Reckon them's men sitting out there. You ain't seeing straight. Wanna bet? Says I. That I'm seeing straight. Says I. And them's men. Says I. Swimming right this way. I bet it ain't. Oh, so? So anyway, I just no sooner bet when I see them two men, plain as day, and they're making such to go fetch them. Come on, Lucas, you can see how they're calling us. Quick, let's go have them. Nah, he says to me. They made me lose. Oh, so. To make it short, I preached them so much that we got ourselves in a boat. And then we dumped them and rode them and just like that got out of the water. And then back home, next to the fire, and then stripped them naked to dry out. And then Mathurine came in. And one of them made eyes at her. And that's it.
Didn't you tell me, Pierrot, that one of them was much better looking than the other?
He must be some big gentleman. Because he's got gold all over his coat, all the way from top to bottom.
And is he still on the naked at your house, Pierrot?
They got him dressed right in front of us. By gum, I never seen one of them being dressed. They got hair. Doesn't even sit on their heads. They got shorts that got sleeves that we could get inside of you and me, just the way we are. And then, on top of that, such a lot of ribbons. Such a lot of ribbons. It really makes you sorry for me.
I gotta go.
Oh, then listen to me, you're first, shut up.
What?
I got something else to tell you.
What?
Like the fella says, I gotta uncork my heart. I love you, and you know, we're fixing to get married together.
And?
Oh my gosh, I just been satisfied with you.
What's wrong?
You vex my mind, frankly.
What do you mean?
You don't love me.
Oh! That's all?
That's all, and that's plenty too.
What do you want me to do?
Listen, people play 1,000 little monkey tricks on people when they truly love them in the heart. Look at Fat Thomas and young Robin. She's always around him, annoying him, and never leaves him alone. The other day he's sitting on a stool. She comes and yells it from under and just pull that onto the floor. Tarnation! That's how you can tell people are nice. But you never say a word to me. You're like a bump on the log.
Huh? Never mind. That's my temperament. I can't change it.
Temperament or no, when people feel friendly-like towards another person, they always let it be something to show it.
Well, I love you every bit I can. If you don't like it, you can go off someone else.
See, that's what I get. Gosh almighty, all I ask for is a little bit of friendship.
Well, don't press it so. It might come over itself.
Then, promise me you try to love me more.
I will do all I can, but it will have to come by itself. Pierrot, is this the gentleman?
Yep, there he is.
Oh, isn't he nice?
Then I have myself a pint.
Get the...
Sir, I confess you astound me. Hardly have you escaped the deadly peril and you, instead of getting things to heaven, you are standing...
Sganarelle. Have you ever seen anything prettier? What do I owe, my beauty, such a delightful meeting?
Assistant, sir.
Are you from this village?
Uh-huh.
And you live here?
Yes, sir.
And your name is?
Charlotte, I just said this.
Oh, what a beautiful girl and piercing eyes.
Oh, sir, you're making no change.
Oh, don't be ashamed of hearing the truth about yourself, Charlotte.
Oh, sir, you're pleased to say so, and I don't know whether you're making fun of me or not.
I make fun of you? God forbid. I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, sir, I have no way to answer you yet.
Sganarelle, just look at her hands.
So the ass bags, I don't know what.
Oh, what you're talking about. They're the loveliest in the world. Allow me to kiss them.
If I'd known earlier, I would have failed to wash them.
Now, tell me just one thing, my treasure lot. You're not married, I trust.
No, no. But I am to be soon to Pierrot, the son of our neighbor Simone.
What? A person like you should become the wife of a mere peasant? No. That would be profanation of so much beauty. And you weren't born to live your life in a village. And heaven, which knows us well, has sent me here to stop this marriage and to justice to your charms for love.
Sir, I would like nothing better than to believe you, but I know that you court folk are only out to take advantage of the girls.
I'm not one of those people.
Not much.
Charlotte, you judge me by others, and if there are scoundrels in this world, you must count me out of their number. Anyway, I have to show you that I am true. I have no other intentions than to marry you, and I call on this man here to witness my pledge.
Don't worry, he'll marry you as much as you like.
Sir, I don't know whether you're telling the truth or not, but to certainly make a person believe you.
Then, Charlotte, will you become my wife?
Yes! Yes!
Oh. Then, just allow me one little kiss as a pledge of your love.
Sir, when you are married and now and I will kiss you all you want.
Oh, very well, Charlotte. I want whatever you do. Just allow me your hand.
I tell you, hands off. You're going to head up and you can catch a person.
How does Mathur get here?
I tell you, hands off.
Really?
Because you're a gentleman. You come here and cares for wives. Right in front of faces. Go and kiss your own wives.
So,
don't hit me. Jinkers!
Get up! Don't get mad!
And you're a bad girl. You didn't need to be like that.
But Pierrot, you gentleman wants to marry me!
But you promised me.
Oh. Never mind, Pierrot. If I get to be a lady, I'll make sure that you get something. You can bring us our butter and cheese to the house.
Really, no. Never. Even if you pay me twice as much.
No.
I see poor like you by the dozen.
well.
Hey. Sir, it's a shame to beat you. Listen to me, poor child. Go away and don't say anything to him.
I see something going my way.
Well, I'll teach you.
Oh! What's that on you?
That's what you get for your charity. Anyway, at last, I'm going to be the happiest of men.
Uh-oh.
When we get married. Oh.
Why, sir? What are you doing here with Charlotte? Are you talking rough talks to her too?
No. On the contrary, it was she who indicated her desire to be my wife. In reply, I was telling her I was infected to you.
Sir, what does Mathurine want with you?
Oh, she's just jealous of seeing you with you and wants to be my wife. To you? No, don't listen to her. She's got to say good for her head.
Mathurine?
You'll never risk her with that fancy. You don't know.
What do you mean?
Don't listen to her.
I'd like to talk to... Please.
Really?
No. She's obsessed as the devil.
I think that...
She just met fancy
No. Say, Charlotte, it's not right to continue other soul's arrangements.
It's not nice, Mathurine, to be jealous because the gentleman is taking from me.
It was me, not you, he promised to marry.
If he saw it first, he saw me second, and he promised to marry me. Here's a man to tell you the wrong.
Here's a man to give you the life without telling the truth.
Sir, did you promise to marry him?
Sir, did you get your word to be her husband?
I want to know the truth.
It's time to be decided.
You see,
You see yourself.
tell her.
Speak up.
Please.
What?
Doesn't each one of you know what the through is? We must do and not say, because actions speak louder than words. And once I get married, each one of you will know which has possession of my heart. I adore you. I'm holding yours. You will become my wife. I will marry you. Anyway, I have a little order to give. But I'll be back to see you in half an hour.
Anyways, I'm the one who loves.
I don't like to marry.
Hey, you girls. I can bear seeing you rush into your room. Can't you see? My master is a cheat. His only intention is to take advantage of you. He has taken advantage of plenty of others.
Well,
Monsieur is a man of honor.
urgent business obliges me to leave, so I will need to take more time, but I beg you, remember the promise I have given to you, and that you will hear from me soon. We are hungry. choice, master.
Oh, thank you for such an honor.
Come on.
So you must have been at our strike and here to was wonderfully disguised.
Right.
Is it possible that you don't believe in heaven at all?
Let that question alone.
In other words, no. And in hell?
Oh, Sganarelle.
Don't you believe in afterlife at all?
Please.
But there must be something you believe. What do you believe in? Tell me.
What do I believe in?
Yes.
I believe that 2 and 2 makes 4, Sganarelle, and that 4 and 4 makes 8.
So your religion, as far as I can see, is arithmetic. I haven't studied like you, sir, but I'd like to ask you, who made these trees there, these rocks, this sky, this earth you see there? Now you're here, look at you, all these bones, these veins, these arteries, this lung, this liver, this... please interrupt me, I can't talk unless I'm interrupted.
I'm waiting for your argument to be finished.
My argument is that there's an environment. Isn't it wonderful that I can do whatever you like and my brain does whatever it likes with my body? If I want, I can clap my hands, or raise my hands up, raise my eyes to the heaven, go to the left, and then again go to the right.
And then go and have some pen over there for directions.
Hey, man, hey, friend, tell us which is the way to the town, will you?
You have wanted to follow this road, gentlemen, and turn to the right in the edge of the forest. But I warn you that you must be on your guard, and that for some time now there have been robbers here around.
I'm much obliged to you, my friend, and I thank you with all my heart.
If you would be good enough, sir, to help me a bit.
Ah, your warning is self-serving, I see.
I'm a poor man, sir, retired all alone in this woods for 10 years, and I shall not fail to pray to heaven to give you all sorts of good things.
Well, pray to give us sort of clothes and not to meddle with other people's affairs. But what is your occupation here among the trees?
Praying to heaven all day long for the prosperity of the people who give me something.
Ah, so you must be very well off.
Alas, sir, I'm in the greatest possible need.
What? A man who prays to heaven all day long?
Sir, I haven't even a piece of bread to get my teeth into.
Huh. That is strange. You know what? I'll give you a louis d'or right now, right here, as long as you're willing to swear.
Sir, would you want me to commit such sin?
No, unless you do it, you won't have it. Here it is.
Come on, swear a bit, there's no harm in it.
Go on, just have to swear.
No, sir, I'd rather die of hunger.
Oh, I'll give it to you for the love of humanity. But was that I see over there? One man that's like the 3 others? I cannot tolerate this.
My master is a madman.
Well, young man, so for my thanks for such a selection and to...
Please, sir, I haven't done anything you wouldn't have done in my place. But tell me, how did it happen to fall into their hands?
Well, I had been separated by accident from my brother, and as I was trying to get back to them, I met up with these robbers, first took my horse, and if not you, would have done the same to me.
Are you planning to travel in the direction of town?
Yes, but I don't want to go inside the town. We find ourselves obliged, my brother and I, to keep to the field on account of one of those unpleasant affairs that oblige gentlemen to sacrifice themselves.
Would it be an indiscretion to ask what that affair of yours might be?
Well, there is no point in making a secret of it any longer. The offense we are seeking to avenge, the seduction of my sister, Donna Elvire, was carried off from a convent, and the author of this offense is the one Don Juan Tenorio, the son of Don Luis Tenorio.
And do you know him, sir, this Don Juan?
For my part, no. I have never seen him. I have only heard him described by my brother. But believe me, his reputation is hardly the best.
Please, sir. Don Juan is a friend of mine, and I would not like to hear him well spoken of.
Well, I will say nothing about him, sir. That's the least thing I owe you after you have saved my life. But however much you may be a friend of his, I dare to hope that you will not approve his action, and you will not find it strange that we are trying to take vengeance for you.
No, no, on the contrary. I would like to spare useless pains and the trouble to see Don Juan in further. And you have to only say to me where you want him to appear, and give satisfaction.
How cruel is my destiny? Must owe you my life. I must let Don Juan be a friend of yours. Oh, brother, here you go. Come over here.
Oh, brother, what are you doing here sitting next to our mortal enemy?
Mortal enemy?
Yes, I know Stefan Don Juan, and your advantage in numbers will not need.
Traitor, you shall perish!
Brother, stop! Without the help of his arm, I will be killed by some robbers I met with.
And do you mean to let this consideration hinder our vengeance? Your gratitude, brother, is ridiculous. When honor is mortally wounded, we must not think of any restraints. We must fight and kill him.
Brother, I know the difference a gentleman must always make between the two things. But allow me to return him here what he has meant me, to pay back on the spot. For a few days to enjoy the freedom.
No, no, brother, it is risking our vengeance. Heaven offers it to us here and now. It's up to us to take advantage of it.
Brother, I beg you.
All this talk is superfluous. He must die!
Brother, stop, I tell you. I swear to God, I will defend him against anyone whatever.
Brother, are you taking our enemy's side against me? Do you show for him feelings of mildness?
Brother, please calm down. Let's show moderation and legitimate action. Let's act by pure deliberation of our reason, not by blind anger.
Oh, what a strange weakness and dreadful blindness. Brother, I cannot believe that you can be confined by such an imaginary obligation.
Brother, please don't worry. If I make a mistake, I will take care of our honor all upon myself. And you, Don Juan, you see what pains I am to return the good I have received from you. You know how great an offense you have done to us. There are gentle ways to satisfy us. There are bloody ones. But however you may choose, you have promised me to have Don Juan give me satisfaction. And keep that in mind. I beg you, from this point on, I have no further obligation, except my honor.
I have required nothing of you, and I shall keep the promise I have given.
Come, brother.
Sganarelle! Sganarelle!
Sir?
Oh, you rogue. You run away while I'm attacked?
No.
No. Do you know whose life it was going to take?
No.
It was a brother of Elvire.
Ah.
He's a rather decent chap.
So it will be easy for you to make everything peaceful?
Yes, but you know that I like freedom and love, and my passion for Don Elvire is spent. Every woman has the right to take my heart, but it is up to them if they can keep it. But anyway, what is that splendid building over there that I see?
That's the tomb of the commander having built when you killed him.
Oh, let's go and see it.
No, don't go there.
Why not?
It's not civil.
On the contrary, I meant this visit as a civilian here. Come on, let's go.
What do you think of it, sir?
The dead man's ambition could hardly go further.
That's the statue of the commander.
My house.
He looks like he's still alive and about to speak. If I was all alone, I would be very frightened.
Go on to the commander if you would like to have supper with me.
That's something he wouldn't need.
Go and ask him.
Commander. My master, Don Juan, asks if you would drink water and have supper with him. The station!
The statue?
It's signal.
That's absurd.
No, it did. Go and see yourself.
Oh, you coward. Would the Lord Commander like to have supper with me?
See? I want to get these back for temple doors.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Sir,
No, it will a trifle, and we may have been fooled by some business or bad luck.
no, I'm sure it was heaven and it's scandalized by the lucky.
Enough! If you pester me anymore with your stupid moralizing,
Okay.
have my dinner served as soon as possible. Then bring me a chair. Send him in.
Aha, Don Juan!
Monsieur Dumas, how delighted I am to see you. Sir?
I'm very much obliged to you.
Monsieur Dumas, my best friend. Sir, I'm your servant. Please, Monsieur Dumas, sit next to me.
Sir, that's not necessary.
Please, I insist.
There is only one more to say.
I won't listen to you unless you sit. If you insist. Monsieur Dumas, you're looking well.
Sir, at your service.
You're a picture of health.
Sir, I have...
How's your wife, Madame Dumas?
Very well, sir. Thanks heaven.
She's a good woman.
She's your service.
Oh yes. And how's your daughter, little Claudine?
She couldn't be better.
I love her with all my heart.
You do pretty much honor, sir.
And your little boy, Colin, is he still making as much noise as ever with his drum?
As much as ever, sir.
And your dog was cat, how is it?
The dog is fine. Sir.
Don't be surprised that I asked a lot of questions with Monsieur Dumas, because I take great interest in your family.
Sir, we are very much obliged to you.
Then shake hands with Monsieur Dumas. Are you really a friend of mine?
Sir, I'm your servant.
Please, Monsieur Dumas, will you have supper with me?
No, sir, I have to go back, but...
No. Then, quick, a torch from Monsieur Dumas.
Sir, that's not necessary. I can go back
Monsieur
to
Dumas, I'm your servant. What's more, your debtor.
Sir.
I tell it to everybody. Do you want me to see you out, Monsieur Dumas?
Sir, you must be joking.
Oh, then embrace me, please. There is nothing in the world I wouldn't do for you. Sganarelle, come on.
You have to know that Monsieur is very fond of you.
Yeah, he pays me so many compliments, I could never ask him for money.
Yeah.
But Sganarelle, you owe me something on your account.
Oh, here's next. Is that like already?
Sganarelle.
Go.
But my money.
No, Slash. Fine.
Your father.
I've been sick.
I see very well that I'm embarrassing you. And that you'll very gladly dispense with my presence. The truth is, if you're tired of seeing me, I'm very tired of your behavior. Alas, how little we know what we are doing when we do not leave to heaven the responsibility for the things we need. When we try to be wiser than it is. I wish for a son with unequal ardor. I prayed for one unremittingly with incredible fever. And this son is the very grief and torment of this very life of which I thought he was to be the joy and consolation. How do you suppose I can regard that mass of unworthy actions? To what basis have you sung? Don't you bless me with a little work of your work? And tell me, what have you done in the world to be a gentleman? Do you think it's enough to bear the name in the arms of one, and that is a reason for glory for us to have sprung from a noble family when we had lived like scoundrels? No, Birth is nothing when there is no birth. Moreover, we have a share in our focus of glory, only insofar as we strive to resemble them. To follow in their footsteps, and not to degenerate from this virtue. If we want to be considered as their true descendants. Thus it is in vain that you descend from the ancestors from whom you spring. Their glory is a torch that lights up the shame of your actions. In short, know that the gentleman who lives badly is a monstrosity in nature. That this virtue is the first title of ability, and that I am much less concerned with the name a man signs than with the deeds he does.
Sir, if you sat down, it would be more comfortable talking.
No. No! Father, tenderness is exasperated, that I shall contrive sooner than you think. Set a limit to your transgression. And wash away by your punishment the shame of having given your life. We all live in a
makes me furious to see fathers who live longer than their sons.
What? Sir, there's a veiled lady come to see you.
Sganarelle, are you crying?
As for me, I am no longer attached to you by any worldly bond. My retirement from the world is settled. Yes. But in that At retirement, it would be an extreme grief to me for a person whom I have tenderly cherished to become a dire example of heaven's justice. That's why, Don Juan, I beseech you, do not deny me this consolation and grant me the sweet salvation, and spare me the cruel misery of seeing you condemned to eternal torment.
Madame,
It is this pure and perfect love. I have loved you with all my heart. I have done everything for you. I have forgotten my duty for you. Nothing in the world has been so dear to me as you. And now, as a final favor, save yourself, Don Juan. Either for love of yourself or for love of me. And that's all I have to tell you.
Madame, it's late. Please, stay here.
No, Don Juan. No.
Madame, it will be with great pleasure if you stay.
Simply think about my word.
Sganarelle, we must think about reforming.
Yes,
Yes. Yes, we must reform.
yes.
Another 20 or 30 years of this life, and then we'll save our souls. Who can be talking like that?
Where's the story going?
Quick, a drink for the health of the commander.
Sir,
Then sing a song to entertain the commander.
I have a cold.
No matter, come on.
But Juan, that's enough. I invite you to come to supper with me tomorrow. Will you have the courage to?
Yes, I will. And I'll take on Sganarelle as company.
Tomorrow is a positive for me.
Take a torch.
We need no light when we are guided by heaven.
What, my son? Could it be that heaven's kindness has granted my prayers?
Yes, I have reformed, and I'm not the same as I was last night. Heaven has opened the eyes of my soul upon my crimes, and I am thankful to it that it has mercy on me.
Ah, my son. How easily a father's tenderness is exasperated, and how quickly a son's offense vanishes into a slightest word of repentance. I no longer remember all the griefs that you have caused me, and everything is washed away by the words that you have just let me hear. I am beside myself, I admit. I am shedding tears of joy. All my wishes are granted. Embrace me, my son.
You converted! I've been waiting for this all my life.
What? No. That was pure politics. Necessary post to keep on the good side of a father whom I might need.
What a man! What a man!
There is no shame in that anymore nowadays. Hypocrisy is a fashionable vice, and all fashionable vices pass for good virtues. The role of a good man is the best anyone can play today, and it's a privileged vice, an art who shuts everyone's mouth. And under this shelter, I mean to seek protections for my affairs. I shall not divert from my pleasant habits. but I shall divert it in a quiet way. That's how men should use other men's weaknesses, and that's how an intelligent mind should adapt to the vices of the day.
Sir, all you need was to be a hypocrite to make it all complete. Do what you want to me. Beat me. Kill me if you want, but as a faithful Valev, I must get this off my chest. Learn, sir, that a man in this world is like a bird on a branch. The branch is attached to the tree. Whoever attaches himself to the tree follows the good precepts. Good precepts are better than fine words. Fine words are found at court. At court there are courtiers. Courtiers follow the fashion. Fashion comes from fancy. Fancy is faculty of the soul. The soul is what gives us life. And life ends in death. Death makes us think of heaven. Heaven is above the earth. The earth is not the sea. Sea is subject to storms. Storms are ships. Ships need good pilot. Pilot has prudence. Prudence is not in young people. Young people owe obedience to the old. The old love riches. Riches are rich. Rich are not poor. Poor have necessities, and whoever who has necessities knows no laws, and consequently you'll be damned all the devils in hell.
What fine reasoning! Oh. And to abandon all worldly attachments.
This plan, Juan, doesn't conflict with what I say. And the company of the living one is incompatible with the ideas that have expressed in you.
Alas, your sister herself is very much opposed to this idea. She has withdrawn to a convent.
Her retirement cannot satisfy us, and our honor demands that she lives with you.
I would like that, but heaven is directly opposed to it. And even when I consulted today, a voice told me not to think of your sister.
Do you think to dazzle us with those fair excuses?
It is the will of heaven.
You have taken her out from a convent, and then left her.
Heaven so desires.
What? Always heaven?
So was obeyed by heaven.
Don't run, that's enough. I understand you. I don't intend to deal with here anymore. This place doesn't permit that. But before long, I will find you.
You know I can use my sword when necessary. But heaven is opposed to conflict, and I do not wish it. But if you attack me, you will see what happens.
We shall see indeed, we shall see.
Stop, Don Juan. Yesterday you gave me your word. Come and eat with me.
If heaven is trying to give me a warning, it will have to speak a little more clearly.
Give me your hand.
Here it is. What is this I feel? An invisible fire is burning me. My body feels like a fire furnace. I can't bear this anymore.